First thing you need to understand is that they don't take you all at once. It happens in pieces. So slow, so quiet. By the time you even realize what's happening, there's barely enough left of you to fight it. I know because I've seen it before. And now, I think it's happening to me. It all started with a whisper. I was home alone late at night, the kind of night where the world outside feels empty, like everyone else has just disappeared, and you're the last one left. I was brushing my teeth when I heard it. Not words, not even a voice, really. Just the faintest sound, so soft that it could have been the wind. But it was inside the house. I turned off the faucet, listened. Nothing. Just the tick of the bathroom clock and the quiet hum of the fridge down the hall. I told myself it was nothing, and I went to bed. Then I started losing time. At first, it was just small things. I'd glance at the clock, look away for what felt like only a second, and suddenly an hour had passed. I'd start making coffee in the morning, blink, and find the cup sitting on the counter, already cold. I thought I was just tired or distracted, until that night I lost 5 hours. I was watching TV, curled up on the couch. I remember the exact scene, the way the glow of the screen flickered against the walls, the sound of the rain tapping against the windows. I remember resting my eyes for only a moment, and then I was standing in the backyard, barefoot, my skin ice cold, the wet grass clinging to my feet. It was still nighttime, but my TV was off, my house was dark, and I wasn't alone. Something stood at the edge of the trees, a shape just barely visible in the moonlight. I couldn't see its face, but I could feel it watching me. I opened my mouth to scream, to demand who they were, but before I could make a sound, the whisper came again. Closer this time, right behind me. I don't remember running inside. I don't remember locking the doors. The next thing I knew, I was in my bed, tangled up in the sheets, gasping for air like I'd been drowning, and my hands were covered in dirt. Things got worse after that. The gaps in my memory grew longer. My reflection in the mirror seemed off. Not wrong exactly, just a fraction of a second behind, like I was watching me instead of being me. And the whispers, they weren't just sounds anymore. They were words. Half-formed sentences in a language I didn't understand. Murmurings from the darkest corners of my house, from the vents, from beneath my bed. One night I tried to record them. I left my phone running while I slept. The microphone turned all the way up. The next morning, the recording was still there. Almost 7 hours long. I listened to the first few minutes. It was just normal sounds of sleep. Me breathing and the creak of the bed as I shifted. Then at 3:12 a.m., I heard it. A voice, low, wet, and wrong. It didn't even sound human. And worse, it was saying my name over and over. Not like a call, not like a question, like it was learning it, tasting the shape of it in its mouth. I threw my phone across the room. I don't know why I didn't leave. Maybe it had already sunk its claws into me, hollowing me out piece by piece. Maybe it was waiting for me to be ready. The last clear memory I have is from 2 nights ago. I was in bed, forcing myself to stay awake. The lights were on, my phone was in my hand. I told myself if I could just make it to sunrise, I'd leave. Then the lights went out in the whole house. The air turned thick, heavy, like something else was breathing it with me, sharing my breath. And at the foot of my bed, the whisper came again. But this time, I understood it.
You're almost empty.
I turned on my phone's flashlight and aimed it at the foot of my bed. And I saw myself, standing there in the dark. My face was wrong. My eyes were too black, my mouth slightly open, as if I was waiting to speak. But the worst part? It smiled, and then it stepped forward. I don't remember anything after that. I woke up this morning in my bed, my phone dead beside me, but I don't think I woke up as myself. The house feels different. My reflection moves too smoothly. When I speak, my voice sounds just a little too hollow. And worst of all, I don't hear the whispers anymore, because I think they're inside me now, waiting for the next person